This is a Staghorn Sumac socket coupler for bow drill friction fire that I just finished making. So I'm going to give it a spin for the first time and see how it works, and then I'll explain it. Sumac coupler works good. So what I did here was I hollowed out the pith. There's a good sized pith in Staghorn Sumac. So that inner core, I just dug it out and hollowed it all out. I didn't hollow it all the way through, so it's hollowed all the way down to there and hollowed all the way down to there, and I left about 2 inches of pith in here just because I didn't need to remove it and help keep it more strength and solid. Now what I did originally, I made a spindle out of this, and I made a bow drill friction fire with the spindle with the pith inside, and then that gave me the idea to dig out the pith and make a coupler out of it. So at this end, I just used some northern arrowwood. It was the end of one of my arrow shafts from arrows that I make. So I cut that out, and northern arrowwood is pretty hard. So it's a good piece, I find, to make a parasite plug for the top of your spindle. Stone bearing block, it works great for that. Now wood, it'll burn, and you'd have to change this out more often. My stone's pretty smooth, so this stays pretty good for a while before you have to pull it out and replace it. Okay. And on this end, you can see it started cracking a little bit. That's normal. That's gonna happen. So that's why I reinforced it with this bank line. Bank line works pretty well. So you can find how I do this type of tie and knot in host spindle friction fire playlist that I have on YouTube. This is just a basswood plug. It was crooked, short, whatever, so that's one good use of having a coupler like this. So you just pull it out, and you can see where it's charred and burned there on the end from where I spun ember with it originally. Your parasite plug at the top for this arrowwood, you don't want it to be too tall, and it'll break off and then it gets stuck in there. Okay, this is about as tall as you want to go, and then once you get too short, you just replace it. And then this, you just want to carve a plug at the bottom, business end, small, just so that it'll fit in there tight. Push it tight, get it tight, so straight. And you can use whatever species you want to work for friction fire at the bottom of this. You don't want it too long of a plug on either end, but it's got to be long enough to get the job done and to be able to remove it. Okay, so Staghorn Sumac socket coupler for bow drill friction fire really opens up your options.